Hi everyone, this is Vivek. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make simple chat app in Flutter using Gemini. So, here I have basic Flutter app up and running in my iOS simulator. For implementing AI chat feature, we are going to use Gemini API. So, I will show you how you can get API shortly. First of all, let's set up the project. So, inside this lib folder, we will make several folders like model, view model, and view, as we are going to roughly follow the MVVM architecture. So we will stick with these folders, and let me make another folder named services and another one named const. So inside this const folder, I will create a new file named appconst.dart. We are going to store the application constant here. Let's make a new class. Okay, class appconst, and we will store Gemini API key here. Okay, static const string Gemini API key. We are going to use provider for state management, and we will make use of HTTP package to make API request to Gemini. So inside model, we will create a message model. Okay, so let's make a new file named message underscore model dot dart, and simply it will have a type, either it is sent message or received message, and actual message that user have sent and API has responded. Okay, class message model. So let's provide this name, final string message, final string type. Like for type, we can consider user message as question and the API response as a answer. Okay, so let's make a constructor for this. Simply click on this variable and click on this bulb icon to create a constructor, and inside services we'll make a file named Gemini API services. So we'll make API request here. Okay, so let's make a new class here, class Gemini API services, and here we'll have static final string base URL. Okay, let's leave this as empty as of now. We'll add uh, actual URL later, and let's make a function that will return a message model. Okay, so it is going to be a future. It will simply this function will simply take the question from user and provide the answer. Okay, we'll make a API call here. So we'll make a function that will return a message model, and we are mentioning it future because it is asynchronous operation and it will take us some time to get the response from API. So let me name this send message to Gemini, and we need question. Okay, string question, and let's make this asynchronous, and at the end we will return okay message model. And for now message is going to be, this is a random message as of now. Okay, hello there, and type is equals to answer. Okay, we'll complete this section later. Okay, so in the view we'll make two files. Okay, one file first, AI chat view dot, and we'll make one folder inside view named widgets. Okay, in this widgets folder we'll create a new file named message card dot. Okay, message underscore card dot. So this message card will uh, define the color and the direction where it is shown. Okay, and let's import material package here. Let's make a stateless widget and let's name it AI chat view. And instead of this default Flutter home page, we want user to come in this page. Okay, so go to main.dart and in the home property change it to AI chat view. Okay, right here, AI chat view. And now let's restart and we are here, nothing. So let's build everything one by one. So let's return scaffold. Let's make a app bar. In the app bar we are going to provide a title AI chat, and then let's center this title. Let me save this and let's provide this app bar of background color as well. Okay, let's go with the colors.indigo and let's change the color of this text. So we are going to use the style property and there we have text style and color is colors.white. So in the body we'll have total two sections. In the first section uh, we'll have list of messages, and in the second section we'll have we'll have a text field and a send button to send a message. So after this app bar in the body, let's make a column first, and in the children we'll have one expanded widget which will have a list view, and another one a row containing a text field and a send button. Okay, so let's make a text field and a send button. Okay, the unpressed of icon button is empty as of now, and let's use the icon send icon here. Okay, icons dot send, and let's wrap this text field with expanded so that it will get the amount of space it is going to occupy, otherwise it will throw some exceptions. So let me save this, and at the bottom you can see we have a text field. Here you can see it is typing, but I can't see it properly in the simulator. But let's fix this by wrapping this column with the padding. Okay, okay, now let's provide some decoration to this text field. Decoration, input decoration, let's just provide a border. Okay, border, and in the border property we will provide outline input border. And now this text field is clear, but still now we have something hidden in this side, but let's ignore it as of now. Okay, so I can type it. So to know what we have typed, we need to have a controller. So let's define a controller here, text editing controller, question. So this is the question that your user is going to type. Text in controller, question controller is equals to text editing controller, and we will assign this controller. Okay, let's define this text editing controller here after in the build method. Okay, now let's use this here. The text field controller is going to be question controller. Let's save this. And now in this list view, we are going to use a list view.builder. Let's use list view.builder, and we will have context and index, and we are going to return a container having text. Okay, I'll simply write this is a sample text. Let me save this. Okay, let's close this container with a semicolon. Let's see. Okay, we have this is a sample text. Let's provide some decoration to this container. Okay, in the decoration we are using box decoration. Let's give this color of colors dot indigo for question and blue gray for answer. Okay, so we will configure it shortly, and let's wrap this container with a padding so that we can see the spacing, and it is occupying the whole space. So let's do one thing. Let's wrap this padding with the align widget. Okay, so that we can define the alignment of this container. So for the alignment, we're going to use alignment dot center right for the send message. Okay, as you can see these messages in the left side, and let's provide some border radius. Border radius dot circular. Let's go with 2 bill, and let's change the color of this text. Let's make this color white, and then let's wrap this text with padding so that we'll have some spacing. Okay, now it looks good. Okay, now the send messages are seen in this side and received messages are seen in alternate side, and the color must be changed. So we will use this align widget in this message card. Okay, actually this is a message card, so I will simply cut this and use it here. Okay, let's make a stateless widget here again, and let's name it message card. Okay, and simply it is going to return this align widget, and we are calling this message card here. Okay, return message card. Let's save this as of now. Okay, now we have to change the direction as per as the message type. Okay, so uh obviously we are not going to use this is a sample text here in the live application, so we need to receive it from this AI chat view. So let's make a variable here, final message model. So we are going to receive a message model in this message, and let's make constructor, and now we can simply use the message received from message model here, message model, sorry, message dot message directly. Okay, so this message represents the message model, and this message represents the property of this model. Okay, and here we'll change the direction if the type is question or answer. Okay, sorry, if the type is question, then this direction will be center right, otherwise the direction will be center left. Okay, so we are going to use ternary operator. Message dot type is equals to question, sorry, question, like this, and we are using this what operator to check. If it is a question, then we are going to use alignment dot center right, otherwise alignment dot center left. Okay, alignment dot center left. And for the color also, we are going to use same. Let me simply copy this, let me paste it here. If it is a question, color is going to be colors dot indigo, otherwise colors dot blue gray. Okay, okay, so now we have to pass the AI chat sorry, message model from this AI chat screen. Okay, so inside this we have to pass message, and here we have to pass message model, and let's provide some random messages of now. Okay, and for type, if it is a first message, then it is sent, otherwise it is received. Okay, so I'm going to check, like for even numbers it is sent, like the result, if the result of this operation is 0, uh, so this index variable will have the value uh, of this message index. Okay, so this will have value of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 respectively for all the messages. For now we are not giving any item count property, so there are infinite number of such messages. So for even numbers, we are going to consider it as question, and for odd we are going to consider it as answer as of now. Okay, we'll get actual uh, message and type throughout this video, so be sure to stick with it. Okay, so I'm doing this just to get another other card in the opposite direction. Okay, we'll remove this later, and you see we have the message in opposite direction, and it looks like we are actually sending messages, like the conversation is being made. Okay, now let's go to view model, and we will define uh, some state management logic here. So let's make a file named AI chat view model. So let's import a material package first, and let's make a class AI chat view model, and let's extend this with change notifier, and let's define some variables here. So we'll have list of messages is defined, like we have defined chat model. Okay, or it is a message model, I guess. So we'll have a list of message model. Okay, I could have simply used message. Okay, instead of this model you can name it message only. Okay, underscore all messages. Okay, all messages, so it is empty in the beginning. Okay, let's make a getter to get this data list of message model. Get Okay, all messages underscore all messages. So let's make another variable, boolean variable, to save the state of either it is loading or not. So bool underscore is loading, and by default it is false. And let's make a getter as well, bool get is loading, and we are going to return underscore is loading, this private variable. And let's make a setter to change the value of this is loading. Okay, I'll simply name this function set is loading, and it obviously needs a boolean value. And now we are going to update this is loading value to whatever value we received from this function. Okay, and then we will use notify listener function to update the UI. And now let's make a function to send the message. Okay, like we have defined the Gemini API service, so we'll make a object of Gemini API service here, Gemini API service underscore Gemini API services is equals to Gemini API services. So we have Gemini API services object here. Now inside send message function, this is going to be asynchronous, and where we will call this function. Okay, first of all we need a message model. Okay, so the message model meaning we need a message that user have typed. Okay, message model, I'll simply name it user question. Okay, user question, and we need to add this user question first. Okay, as soon as user type something we need to add it here. Okay, in the first field it must go. So we can use underscore all messages dot add, and we will add user question. As soon as user question is added, we will start making request to the API by using Gemini API services function and send message function inside this class as well. So uh, this okay, so let me write this object first, Gemini API services dot send message to Gemini. So this function will simply return a message model. So I will create a new variable named new variable of type message model named AI response. Okay, AI response is equals to, we need to await for the data, and the question is that the user question. Okay, message received from user question. Okay, we can simply pass user question dot message, and then as soon as this operation is completed, we have to set is loading to false, and let's initiate let's call set is loading to true here. And once the function call is completed, we'll get a value that is a message model, and we'll simply return that value. Okay, so that it will be saved in AI response variable, and we will set is loading to false. Okay, now the our operation is completed, and now we will add this AI response in message model. Okay, sorry, not in a message model, AI response in all messages variable as soon as this operation is completed. So I'll simply do what I have done here, underscore all messages dot add AI response. Okay, AI response, and I will notify listeners to update the UI. Okay, okay, now let's add a multi-provider in our main.dart file. So before that we need to install the provider package. So go to your terminal and run Flutter pop. Okay, I forget the command. So let's open your browser and go to pop.dev, and now let's search for provider here and go to installing and simply copy this command. Okay, flutter pop add provider, paste it here. Okay, flutter pop add provider, and then we have to install the HTTP package as well to make a post request to Gemini API. Okay, flutter pop add HTTP. So we have these two API, sorry, these two packages here. You can check. So provider and HTTP are here. Now stop the app and run it again. Okay. Now let's go to a chat view model, and I guess we have completed the work here. Now let's go to the AI chat view. Okay. As soon as user press this send button, we have to call that function from provider that we have defined in the view model. Okay. Now let's set up the provider first. Wrap this material app with multi-provider widget. And inside providers, we'll add change notifier provider, and we will create a function that will return AI chat view model. Okay. And now let's go to AI chat view and let's wrap this padding with a builder. Okay, we'll change it to consumer so that we can listen the data from the view model that we have created. Okay, let's wrap this with builder and let's change this builder to consumer, and let's provide this type to AI chat view model. And in the builder function we have to provide context, and we will get a provided here AI chat view model, and we will not use the child property, so I will use a placeholder. Okay, so now we can use AI chat view model and all the properties and function defined there. So in this on pressed, I'll simply call AI chat view model dot send message, and the mess we have to pass the user question, but the user question can be accessed from question controller, and I will simply write question controller dot text. So this send message must have message model. Okay, so let's define a message model here. Message model user question is equals to message model, and message is going to be what user have typed, that is question controller dot text, and type is question. Okay, question, and I can simply pass this user question here, user question, and as soon as this question is sent we will clear the controller. Okay, question controller dot clear. So let's see, let's type something here and click on send button. Okay, let me save this first. Okay, message is sent and this controller is clear. Okay, now let's configure this list view. So we don't have item count property as of now, so let's provide the item count property first. Item count, so total number of chat will be the amount of items in our all chats list. Okay, a chat view model dot all messages dot length. Okay, so for now how many messages do we have? So we have two messages, one that we have recently sent and that we received from the server, not actual server, but we have returned this hello there and answer, but we are using this in a card, so we'll fix this shortly. So in the AI chat view, let's remove this instead of, okay, let's remove this and use what we have received from this AI chat view model. Okay, I will define a new variable here, message model current message. Okay, so current message is message of specific index. Okay, so this is a message of first index, second index, like this. Okay, current message is equals to a chat view model dot all messages and of particular index. So we will use this current message here. Okay, current message dot message dot message, and here we can use current message dot type. Okay, current message dot type. So let's save this, and whatever I send, the server like our function will respond hello there. Okay, you see hello there, but we are sending this to actual Gemini API, and the API will respond to us. Okay, now we have completed the UI portion and UI as well as state management portion. Okay, now we just need to make a API call and our app will be ready. So to get the Gemini API, let's go to our browser and search for Gemini API and click on this ai.google.dev, and here you can see the option of solutions top here. Click, simply hover over there and click on Gemini API, and now click on get a Gemini API key, like this blue button here. And I already have tried this earlier, so I have one created over here. If you want to create a new, then simply click on create API key, and simply click on Gemini API create API key. Okay, so as soon as you click on some buttons here, you will get a new API key. Simply copy this API key and we will save this in the const where that we made previously. Simply paste this here, and for the implementation part we have this API implementation here. So we have to make the request on this URL along with this API key, and in the header we have to provide this content type application JSON, and in the body we have to provide the messages like this. Okay, and we have to make the post request. Okay, so let's copy this as of now, this URL, and let's go to Gemini API services. In the base URL, simply paste this. So let's not name this as base URL, let's name this as API URL. So instead of this key, Gemini API key, let's simply use the API key that we have stored, and I'll use string interpolation here. So we are going to access app constant dot Gemini API key, and now here we have to make a HTTP post request. Okay, so as soon as we make a request, we will get a response, and we are going to store this response in a response variable, and we will await till the request is completed. So let's import the HTTP package here. Import package HTTP slash HTTP dot, and we will import it as HTTP, and now we will make HTTP dot post request. So for this post request, we have to provide body, headers, and the URI where we are going to make a request. So first of all, we're going to pass the URL into a URI. Okay, sorry. So the URL is API URL. Now in the header section, we have to provide a key value pair in a map format. So first one is content type, and it must be application/JSON. And in the body, we have to provide the actual question asked by the user. Okay, so after this quotation, sorry, map bracket close, we are going to provide the body, and we have to include all the things in the JSON, like whatever message we are going to send in a JSON format. So I will make use of JSON encode format function, and then I will simply copy the code from the Gemini documentation, like here. Let's simply copy the contents. Okay, this key value here. So inside this map, we are going to have this key value here named contents, and this will have list of uh, map. Okay, and each map have parts, and inside parts there are lots of text. For now, there is only one text, but if we want it to remember the context, then we have to pass this message. Okay, like all the messages that user have asked in the like this chat time. So for now we are focusing on only one question and answer. If you are interested on the chat history or this API to remember what we have said in previous video, let me know in the comment section, and I will consider creating part 2 of this video. For now we are going to simply make a call on this API and return the response. Okay, now instead of this text explain how AI works, we are going to pass actual messages that our user have sent, like this question. Okay, we'll simply pass question, and okay, let me save this or format this. Okay, so it is now more readable. And don't forget to wrap this with try catch block. Okay, if some error occurred, then you will know, as it will be cached by this in this e variable. Okay, so if we have any error, we are going to return the error. So instead of this message, we are going to return e dot to string. Okay, and let's include this response in our try block whole code. Okay, and if response dot status code is equals to 200, then it means our request is successful, and we'll decode the response that we have received from API in a dart object like this. Okay, var decoded response is equals to JSON decode response dot body. Okay, response dot body, and let's simply return this decoded response, as this will have lots of information, but we will get show only actual message to the user shortly. Okay, for now let's return message model. Message is going to be decoded JSON dot to string, as it is going to be map. Okay, we have to convert it to string, as message have type of map, and the type is answer. Okay, answer. And if the status code is not 200, we can return the status code and the message we received. Okay, simply copy this and return response dot body whatever we received. Okay, okay, as well as the status code. Okay, the status code is string response dot status code, and the message is string response dot body. Okay, so I guess we are good to go. Let's restart this and let's send a message. Okay, I can type in that text field. Okay, I'll simply tell or ask this hello there, and it is not responding. Yeah, it is now responding. Okay, you see here we have lots of data, but our answer is inside this text. Okay, hello, how can I help you today? So we are supposed to display only this. So instead of this decoded response to string, we are going to simply, as this is a map, we are going to extract this text from this map. Okay, so inside decoded response we have a key value pair of these candidates and it have list. Okay, so let's access candidates first, and our target text is inside this list, first item of this list actually. So let's select the 0, and inside this we have another map, and our text is inside this parts map. So let's use parts, and again we have another list, so let's use 0 over here as it is the first item of the list. And finally we have our required text inside this text map. Okay, text key. Let's save this now and let's send the message again. I Okay, no such method error. The method, this bracket, capital bracket open and close, was called on null. Okay, so okay, so let's check the spellings. CANDIDATES, and inside these candidates we have contents. Okay, I forget this, so let's add content here. Content. Okay, okay, after this list we have content. Okay, not before this list. Let's save this again, and it's okay, I guess we are correct now. Okay, not a random text. Who is president of, okay, president of United States. And you see the AI is responding, and the current president of the United States is Joe Biden. So this is older data this model is trained with. So now let's show the loading icon like circular progress indicator here while the message is loading. As you can see, some delay. If I say hi, response is shown after some time. So let's show the circular progress indicator here while the response is being created. Okay, so for this we have already defined the is loading variable. We are simply going to use it. Okay, this variable in our message a chat view. Okay, after this expand it, we'll use a ternary operator here. Okay, to check either it is loading or not. A chat view model dot is loading. If it is true, then we are going to use a center widget, and in the child we are going to use circular progress indicator. Okay, progress indicator. Otherwise we are going to use a return a sized box. So let's save this. Okay, don't forget to add a comma, and now I guess it must work. Okay, where it goes. Okay. Hello there, who are you? Okay, it is explaining. Let me ask this AI to subscribe. Okay, let's see either it subscribe or not. Can you subscribe my YouTube channel named Flutter Hero? So it is loading. I guess, I hope it will subscribe, but unfortunately it can't subscribe directly to YouTube channel. As this is AI, it can't subscribe, but you are human, so I hope you guys will support by subscribing to our channel. And this AI is chat is working seamlessly without any issues. So if you have any problems while following the steps shown here, please don't hesitate to comment below. Thank you for watching.